Hello, well, I just got back from back to PA from being in Georgia since last Friday. I am not happy to be back in Pennsylvania, to be completely honest with you. I mean, it'll be nice to be home, I guess. Me and the fiance just got back about an hour ago, I'd say, and then went to her place, dropped everything off. I actually have her pickup truck yet. She ain't gonna be back for a little bit. I was gonna fire the ACs up, but I figured it would be a good time to get a hell of a good startup video. Now it looks like this ran a little bit when I was away. I left this on just so it wouldn't get too hot or humid in there, which it is hot and humid in there. So I'm gonna start up every single air conditioner I have and do start seasonal startup video for it. Pretty sure it'll go over big. Anyway, we're gonna start with the King. I don't know if it ran or not. I had the filter cleaned before I left, so yeah, it looks like it did run a little bit. Cool. All right, well, that's already set. Come on, man. All right, we're just gonna turn this up. Actually, hear this big boy. See if I can get them both at the same time. There we go. That's straight up music to the ears, ain't it? Really cool, some head pressure. It's a runner, man. There ain't no doubt about that. I think you can see it. Close the door. That sounds great. Probably blowing cold already. Yep. Absolutely it is. Not that I expected anything else. Now, secondly, we're going to do the one that I don't really show that often. And the reason I don't show this one that often is because usually it doesn't get used. Although I'm going to run it today for a little bit because this house is freaking stifling. So, and I like to fire it up once every year to get the fluids pumping through it. This is a Sears Coldspot, 6,000 BTUs. Excellent unit, by the way. Anyway, let's see, it's off. I think I got the... Oh yeah, it'll kick on. I fully restored this one myself. Anyway, you can't go low, you gotta go the high first. And we'll do a walk around the house, and I'll do another walk around the temp gun after they're running for a little bit. I'm gonna set that all the way to the coldest for now. Oh, leave it at like 7. Here goes nothing. Again, startup's pretty loud. Once it builds head pressure, go. That's already cold. That's unbelievable. If I recall correctly, this is a pancake. Some of the louvers would need to be fixed up on it a little bit, but other than that, she's a runner. They never finished the trim yet. That was like the biggest deal in the world at the time, getting me trim. I tell you what, that is a hell of a bedroom unit right there. Like, that is awesome. Talk about quality, man. And it blows cold too. Like I said, we'll get temp checks to prove that. Just a little bit. That's got done turning most of the electrics back on. The only 220 volt circuit I had left on the whole entire time when I was away was the one for the living room air conditioner. Alright, now of course the one you guys have seen loads of times, and we'll probably see loads of times again because it's so freaking awesome, is my 7000 BTU fetters that does my my bedroom. Alright. That built head pressure pretty quickly. Oh, almost built it. It's not completely there yet. It's high. Go back to low. I was running on low. Yeah, this thing blows cold. It's already blown cold on the bottom. I won't be the least bit surprised if I can actually get some fog out of it. Come back in a little bit and see how it's doing. I forget what movie it was. It was a movie I was watching a couple of years ago. It was a movie from like the late 60s, early 70s where they had one of these. And the guy was just flicking a wheel like that and talking about how big of a piece of junk it was, but it didn't work. There's no way in hell one of these didn't. Obviously, it was, you know, in the script. There's no way in hell one of these didn't work in the 60s. Not a chance. We got temp wise. It's actually not that humid, if you can believe that. Just going down to room 19 next. Oh yeah. Yeah, I missed hanging out down here over the past week. Those JBL speakers over there and that receiver, like, yo, blast me. Oh, I will tonight. Don't you worry. Plug this back in. Try a little cool. Again, quite loud on startup, but, you know, as usual, give it a minute. This is an 8,000 BTU carrier from around 1966. This is a Weathermaker series. And it does work, actually very well too. Still building pressure up. Wish that, oh that's right, it might not work because I didn't put a new bulb in it yet. That might, you know, help a little bit, huh? Gotta turn my Led Zeppelin clock on too. There we go. Now we got full head pressure. Right on high cool. Not much of a difference in sound or air velocity for that matter. A little bit. No, not to make a difference. That's cold. Alright, so we're gonna do temp checks on it. Like I said, if you walk all the way over here, beautiful. Barely hear it at all. All right. Yeah, what Emerson's doing. It's nice sitting like right here. For a big full-size unit, it's not that loud. This thing has no problem getting the room down to the 50s. I know it seems like ridiculous, but trust me, it can do it. Even through the fan speeds on this one yet for you. As you can see, there's a very noticeable difference. I think they might need new felt bushings on the motor. You can hear it does hum a little bit on low. A little bit less on medium. You can't hear it at all on high. lights on high yet. I always running on quiet. I mean, even on high, it's not that bad, really, for what it is. Big 18,000 BTU unit from 1981. Yeah, see? Man, that sounds good. That feather just cleaned up for somebody. That's actually, they actually weren't home today. I was gonna put it in, so I'll probably actually might do that today, believe it or not. This is open. I'm not gonna leave these run. I'm just gonna let them build head pressure, but I'm gonna give the Admiral the headway this time because usually the feathers gets all the attention. It does. Let's face it. And why shouldn't it? That thing's freaking awesome. Climb over this. Oh, damn it. Gotta turn the breakers on first. Whoop. Come on, man. Yeah, George is great, by the way. Where I was at, none of those freaking stupid ass face condoms. Everything's back open. People are living normal, happy lives. And guess what? Numbers are down. Anyway, try night cool. Here goes nothing. I always forgot how loud that was on startup. And nothing. See the, I don't know if you can see it, but AR turn, yeah, you can see it now. It is moving. This is an Admiral Royal 106, and it's 10,600 BTUs. It has it utilizes the Tecumseh AJ compressor, as does that 14,000 BTU feathers is about to get started up next. It's actually blowing a little bit cooler than I expected. This one usually doesn't blow as cold as I usually like them to, believe it or not. Which is a damn shame because it's one of the coolest looking units I have by far, and it's one of the quietest too. And that cycle air feature is badass. The comfort stat, I forget exactly what the comfort stat does. I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to kick the compressor up. And the thermostat on it's very touchy too. I want to find a way to adjust it because this thing kicks off at like 68 degrees, and that does not cut it for me at all. If I were actually going to use this in the living area, that would not work. For the garage, it's perfect. It helps take the. I usually run this one and that one at the same time until it gets cooled down, and I'll usually shut that one off and just let the feathers take care of it. You know, after that, try max cool. There is a difference in sound. The temperature of the air coming out doesn't really seem to change too much. That's awesome. I still can't get over that. Yeah, I can't exactly remember what the comfort stat feature does though. But I know the thermostat still works. I think it does operate a little bit differently than Energy Saver, if I remember correctly. But don't quote me on that. It's been a while. I'd almost have to look back on my other videos. I don't really use that feature out here because I don't want this thing kicking off at all. This thing has like I said, the thermostat's a little bit touchy on it. But like I said, it's been sitting in an abandoned bank for 30 years until I rescued it. Put it back on night cool. Like I said, we got some temp checks out of all these units after a little bit of run. Alright. Now, back to everybody's favorite. Well, one of everybody's favorites. It's a Hotpoint. All I gotta do is put the freaking side panels back on. That's ready for a finished video. I'll have to send that up to Harry that I bought it off of. Everybody loves this. I still need to reach back and pick up that freaking louver piece that broke off there. I was kind of pissed off that day. But here goes nothing. This one's loud on startup too, especially since it's the first startup of the season. I think it is anyway. Yeah, pretty sure it is. Anyway, who cares? Here you go. It's blowing all kinds of dust out of it sitting. I don't like to use that freaking from here usually. That's already blowing ice cold. That's insane. You ain't gonna see any modern day units do that. I don't care what anybody says. This is not gonna happen, man. That's on high then. Okay, this one has, just like the living room, the Emerson in the living room, this one here has a major difference in volume, and the temperature does drop to a little bit lower, you can tell, but that's okay. Once it goes head pressure, the temperature output won't change, but the air velocity and the sound from it will. I always run this one on low. Like I said, once I get it cooled down, I run them on high until it gets cooled down. Then I usually shut that one off and let this one keep up on low. Because once I get the temperature down to like 60, it don't matter. It does not matter how hot it gets out there, uninsulated. This air conditioner will keep it around like 60, 62. Now, if you hit like upper 90s, it'll struggle a little bit. It'll get to 66, and in that case, I have to run both units, which isn't really a big deal. And I'll run both of them on high. Like I said, once I get this insulated, I probably won't even need to have 2 air conditioners in here. But I still will because I can. Because I'm the air conditioner guy. How about that? And see, like I said, you step back to your work area and you push the door down. You hear the garage door more than you hear the air conditioners. That's it. That's 2 freaking air conditioners going. And that's all from the feathers. I don't think you can really hear that one. Unless you come over closer to it. Yeah, now you can. Like I said, probably the two of the loudest ones I have on startup. Once they get running, they're great. So then I'm gonna see if I can grab a temp gun quick. Yeah, there she is. Alright, I think I got the 2 in the garage, living room, guest room, my room, room 19. Alright. I'm actually thinking about putting that 11,000 BTU Sears Coldspot that I got off of Garrett in room 19 actually. Or maybe my old Philco, which is my Philco Noises, the 11,000. That's actually due to be taken up to Kenny at any time for a little bit of a restoration. So we're going to start in the far corner of the property. Man, I need to cut my grass too. That's the old feathers. That's blowing freaking hot out the back. We're going to go in order though. That's quiet even outside. Wow. It's got that crap inside out Delco fan motor though. Seems to be running fine so far, so I'm not really worried about it. I gotta fix that insulation as well. Yep, it becomes a pancake, just as I thought I remembered correctly on that. It's blowing nice and hot out the back. Nice and even too. That's a very good indication of a full charge. Exactly what you want. That's within like 5 degrees of each other anywhere on the condenser coils that you aim it. You're pretty good. I'm off to the side a little bit there. Yeah, the compressor's getting pretty hot. You can see some pollen build up on it. Yeah, this is kind of, yeah, tuck that. It's going to bother me. Watch there be like a big ass spider jump out. Alright, so you got condensate build up. It's starting. Anyway, it's pure quality, no matter what way you slice it. This is a pretty popular view in a upload I did a while back. But I was able, it's a little overgrown to do it now. I was able to get both units in the same shot. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get. Anyway, my bedroom frame. As you can tell, a bit louder, unfortunately. But again, blowing dead accurate out the back. And this one even has a little bit of coil rod toward the bottom, like right in there, but it doesn't really seem to affect the unit at all. Like I said, when I tell you this thing gets my bedroom down to like 57, 58 degrees, it's no bullshit, no word of a lie. The new capacitor I have there is still working out. I think I got this in 2017, so this is its 4th cooling season in here. I take it out every year for cleaning. I did not take it out yet this year, but I am going to. I don't mess around. I want these things to last. And I have a drain hole here in case some of it builds up on the bottom pan, because it will drip off that the tubes, and you will still get water buildup. So I added another drain hole the last time I took it out for cleaning. So this one here goes from the evaporator pan, and this one here will release all the extra that, you know, doesn't make it through the evaporator pan, or, you know, comes from someplace else. So not one problem with it. This is hands down the one I put the most time into because it was so freaking nasty. Do some outdoor temp checks first. My living room frames up to. Again, you notice that you notice the numbers here. They're all pretty close from the bedroom, both bedroom ones, and the big one out here. And we'll see what the one in the garage is throwing out. The one down in the basement might be blowing a little bit colder, but it's not quite as hot. But yeah, again, all these air conditioners have a full charge, and that's actually absolutely incredible, providing none of these have ever been serviced before, other than them getting a full restoration from me. Get the Admiral first. I know the Admiral is notorious for kicking off. Still running good. Blowing nice and hot out the back. See what kind of temps we got. Wow, it's blowing hotter. Makes sense though, because it's literally sitting right out in the sun. So yeah, I'm buying that. I'll buy that, sure. Either one of them are dripping yet. Makes sense if they've only been on for a few minutes. I bet if I wait another 10 minutes, they will be. Take Mr. Feathers out. This one always blows hot at the back. But again, it's pretty uniform for the room. Like I said, that Admiral right there and his feathers are blowing pretty uniform, and so are the 3 units that are in the house. So again, that indicates to me that both these units, the Admiral being from 1966 and its feathers from being like 1964, 1965, somewhere in there, over 50 years old, and both running perfectly. I'm going to stand right here for a second because I remember in a previous video someone commented on how good it sounded in the one spot I was in. Can't get too close, I got a decent. Yeah, this Crosley, EQK made Crosleys, but I need to pull the fan out of it, I need to get the compressor out of it. This is right here is where I was standing in that one video where I got a major compliment on the sound that was coming from it. I could actually sit there and listen to that all day. I should get like 10. I should get like one of those 10-hour long audio clips for people that want to sleep to it. I know I could. So I got the outdoor temp checks on everyone except for the basement one. So, like I said, part of the mess on the other side of this curtain here, because it is a mess, complete mess. So I don't even know if it'll capture any video down here because it's too dark. Oh yeah, it does a little bit. Cool. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit cooler out here at the back of this because it's cooler in the room, so that makes perfect sense. But again, this unit here, 1966, full charge, not one single problem whatsoever, fully restored, will guarantee to outlast any modern piece of crap built today. The thermostat did take a crap on it though, so I have a bypass, so this thing's always on constant run. Which, whatever, I don't really care. I do have another carrier parts unit I got out of from the Wells Fargo building I can steal one out of. This, I probably got to empty that. Let me put you down for a second and we'll start that. You can hear that. I know most of you guys probably don't really care, but I know I'm going to get one comment that says, hey, how come you didn't start the dehumidifier up? Oh, here you go. Get to hear probably the weakest sounding compressor out of any kind of unit that I have right here. It's definitely full. It definitely needs some attention. I probably could run that on, hook the hose back up to it actually. Here we go. You couldn't even hear the compressor start up. That's the end of that room for now. See what kind of temps we got coming out here. Oh, it's freezing, I know that. Wow, it's cold. So it's the last one for the outdoor check. It's going to be the first one for the indoor check. Like I said, uniform, no matter where you aim on the discharge vents. It's kind of what we're going for here, so I'd say that's good. Let's see if it changes it on high. Yeah, it raises a couple degrees. Not really. Maybe 1 or 2 degrees. But again, not really enough to make a difference. That's freezing cold. It's awesome. Love it. Alright. Well, as far as I'm concerned, we are done down in room 19. Go back to 1X. Topping a half hour for you guys here. It's been a while since we had that happen. Anyway, quality, man. Quality like you're never gonna see again. Maybe we'll take one more stop outside before we're done here, see if we have any condensate coming out of any of them. Alright, this beast. See what we got. That's gotta be that. Yeah, most of the air is on this side. For some reason the left side blows a little bit stronger. Alright. the air getting sucked into it is. Yeah, no way. I think I froze it out a little bit. There you go. That's about right. It is cold in here now. Like I said, this is an 18,000 BTU unit in a room that could easily be done by a 10. So, yeah, it does work a little bit faster. Like I said, over there is not really much air. There's a little bit of air. Not nearly as much as there is here, though, so it's not really. But again, overall, it's pretty close. But right there on that side right there, I don't know if I'm probably hitting the side of the chassis. That's probably why over here. I'm probably not hitting where it's discharging. All right. Let's check up on the cold spot. Still running. Pressure's still on. No way it's not blowing colder than that. Actually surprised I'm not getting freaking lower temps out of that. It is blowing cold. It's not like the feathers in the garage or the one in my bedroom, but it's blowing. I'd say it's blowing pretty close. Unless I'm not getting a good straightforward hit on it. So I'm blowing 35-degree air. That's going to cool the room down, no problem at all. Ain't no doubt about it. Anyway, again, off to the feathers, thus proving my point that these are probably the best. Almost definitely the best. Who am I kidding? Look at that. Oh, I'm not even aiming on the thing no more. So it's already cold. That's on low that quick. All right. Back for one more round out in the garage to check the output temperature on the Admiral and the feathers. I'll save that for last because we don't know what that's gonna be blowing out 19. I'm really surprised this compressor didn't kick off yet. It's going to any time, so we're gonna get a temp check on it now. You can see how fast the temperature drops in here. It's actually pumping out pretty good. Usually I'm getting 40s out of this. I don't know, Kenny. Every time I doubt this unit, it starts to doubt it. I remember I telling you a few times on the phone and through text that sometimes this one don't like to blow that cold. It's making a freaking liar out of me right now, ain't it? That's blowing really cold. I gotta blow a little bit warmer now. Not really. Yeah, not really. You're getting a steady 35 degrees out of this. And what's the temperature in here? It's 63, 64. Like right, it's not super hot, so maybe that has something to do with it, but it's not super cold either. This one here, we all know what this one's going to read. Like I said, pardon my mess in the garage, but it'll get better eventually. This is going to be teens. If my temp gun will load up. Come on, temp gun. This thing always blows ridiculously low temperatures. Always, no matter how hot it gets. This is what you get out of it no matter what. It don't matter if it's 100 degrees outside or 60 degrees outside. This is what you're getting out of it. Probably I don't know, between this and the Philco and that large Emerson and the feathers in my bedroom are probably the best, I'd say, that I've ever owned. If I had to take a bet on the reliability and how fucking cold it blows, I'd say this one right here. My first weather wheel. I drove all the way up to Hudson Valley, New York for back in 2012? 2012? Yeah, I think it was 2012. Did nothing to it except for a full restoration. I think I did change the caps on. I take one more walk around and check for condensation. And as far as I'm concerned, that's about as far as we're gonna get. This one here's got that goofy tube on it that I really want to get rid of, but nobody else wants to change the bucket on it, so. Oh, they put that on there tight. Nothing yet. Yeah, nothing yet. This hasn't been long enough. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's off. There you go. Yeah, nothing yet of either one of them. That carrier downstairs actually might have been building some up by now, but like I said, I'm not gonna. The Emerson is kicked off. That's not doing nothing yet. I'm really surprised on that. Let's see the Coldspot one more time. Yeah, I'll come back, let them all go for an hour or so. We'll come back and see if you got any condensation. I love that logo. Nothing yet, huh? Alright. Yeah, maybe we'll do a I'm gonna let them run a little bit. They need to get the refrigerant flowing through them anyway, so. Yeah, the Emerson did kick off. I'm gonna crank the thermostats up on those and give them a chance to blow some condensate up. I thought I had that one turned all the way up. Yeah, I did. Well, guys, that was well, probably one of the longest videos I've ever made, if not the longest. I think I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, that's it. First major startup of all units for the 2021 cooling season. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you guys actually made it through this 40 minutes, leave a comment and let me know. Write something, I don't know, something. Just like I said, just let me know that you made it. Because if anyone made it this far all the way through, I will be truly impressed. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you all my long-term followers for supporting me and following my videos for so long. We're getting close to 1,000. people. That's great. I didn't even expect 100 when I started this, to be completely honest with you. And I definitely didn't expect to have this many other enthusiasts and collectors come out of the woodwork. So it's a great thing we have going here. We need to get this, get the word out, because these things are getting scarce, more scarce by the season. And the more people that know that there's an interest, the more of these are going to end up on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, as opposed to going right to the dumpster. If people know about it, people are going to want to sell them instead of, scrapping them. So that's kind of what we're going for. And it has made a difference. I really do believe that, people look this up and see it and are wanting to sell old school stuff because they, see an interest. So what we're doing is probably the best way to get us there. So as always, guys, keep up the good work. And thank you so much for, watching my videos, subscribing, everything. You guys do not have to do that. Don't think that you do. But for those of you who do, choose to follow me and support me, you have no idea how much I appreciate it. Each and every single one of you. The guys that have been here, whether you've been here for a week, an hour, a minute, or I think close to 10 years when I started it. I appreciate you guys all the same. And just be safe out there. And it's our time of year, summertime, and have a safe summer. And like I said, let me know what you guys think of my startups. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.